Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Joseph here for video number 2 on this late Thursday night, May the 9th, 2024, or if you're watching tomorrow, it is now, or whenever you're watching this, it is now May the 10th, 2024, video number 2 on your late 2 for Thursday, right here on the very evil and very dark and mysterious home of all things ranting, the very legend motherfucking dairy PG Rant's channel. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video. By the way, my name is Peter Joseph, if you didn't know that by now. I'm a content creator talking about the wonderful world of professional wrestling, whatever I feel like that pisses me off or that I want to talk about. And if you like it, great. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button down below on this channel and my other channels as well in the description box. Show your love and support to the channels. Leave a comment if you wish. You don't have to, but if you want to, please just leave a comment about the topic at hand. And if you leave stupid comments, you get blocked. And if you don't like that, well, too bad. And also, don't forget to follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram if you dare. Share the video all over the internet. Most importantly, tap and slap that goddamn bell and turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. Because if you miss anything, you missed a lot. And that's all I got to say about that. And if you're new here, thinking about subscribing, please do. Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button on this channel, my other channels as well. Show your love and support, and welcome to the party, pal. We really hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, grab a cold one, and enjoy the show. And if not, get the fuck out of here. Pretty much, that's it. Like it? Great. You know, go fuck yourself, asshole. Man, we will. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, really quickly, on this late Thursday night, May the 9th, 2024, or if you're watching later, May the 10th, 2024, time for another rant, and check out my last rant I did a couple of days ago about the King and Queen of the Ring, first round matches being, some of them being televised on house shows this weekend, which I think is still ridiculously stupid. But if you think it's great, more power to you. I think it's stupid. But, I mean, you're entitled to your own opinion, but mine kind of trumps your opinion a little, in a way. But it is what it is. That's it. We agree to disagree on certain things, but it is what it is. But your rant probably will not be better than my rant. But it is what it is. But because I am the king of all ranters, and that's all pretty much all it is about that. But I don't have to prove that either. So if you want me to, I'm not going to. I don't need to talk to a bunch of kids. So me move on. All right. So really quickly, as the title below says, I'm gonna rant about this whole Skye Blue incident that happened at a Ring of Honor taping. Actually, last night. Now, Ring of Honor taped their latest set of tapings in Edmonton at the Rogers Arena, Rogers Center, Rogers Place, sorry, in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. We had Dynamite last night. I'll be doing Dynamite, my review, tomorrow on my Peter Joseph channel. So, we had that. But anyway, I think it was I think it was before, after Dynamite. Whenever they did the Ring of Honor tapings, I think it was after. Blah, blah, blah. So they're taping the Ring of Honor portion of the tapings. And there's a match with Skye Blue and I believe Anna Jay. Or I know Skye Blue is in action. Oh, she's going toe-to-toe with Rachel Ellering. And you see that, you probably saw that tonight on Ring of Honor TV. Now, it was a pretty good match. Skye Blue obviously got the win. But during the match, there's a little incident that occurred at one point in the match. Now, I'm going to read this from SI.com. I could have read it from any other place. But during the match, some schmuck, some fan that I believe was with their kid, started making some comments, some sexually charged comments towards Skye Blue. And now, we all know Skye Blue comes out. She looks amazing, shows a little derriere, her ass. He looks good and everything, blah, blah, blah. Gotta get some eye candy out there, gotta get the women, out there, and gotta give the guys what they want. They want to see some women's wrestling, they want to see some beautiful women wrestle, But it is what it is. So he makes these comments to Skye Blue and really got under Skye Blue's skin to the point where she got pissed off, and he, fans are telling him to stop, and he's with his kid, which is even worse, saying all that stuff in front of your son or daughter. Great role model you are, sir. So it got really bad, and I thought there was going to be a legit fight between some of the fans, and eventually this schmuck gets escorted out by security, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. So anyway, this pervert, this fucking Mark, said some stuff in a sexual manner to Skye Blue. I don't know what was said. And then Skye Blue reportedly told the man to stop being a pervert and started cursing him out. And even Aubrey Edwards called for security to get the guy out of here. Very good there, Aubrey. This guy is probably drunk off his ass. Like, show your tits, something like that. You know how fans are sometimes. They'll be drinking, you could be intoxicated, or they just plain out stupid marks and stupid fucking perverts. Show your tits! Stuff like that. Because, that's how guys are sometimes, You don't see me doing that at a house show, at an indie show I go to, or even when I was going to Ring of Honor. Back in the day, when they didn't really have women there at Ring of Honor. I mean, when Mia Yim was there, and Serena Deeb, and Daisy Hayes, and Sarah Del Rey, yeah, they look pretty good. But I never when I was sitting ringside, I never blurted out "Oh, me, I want to kiss your boobs," stuff like that. I don't want to do that. I was respectful, yeah, I had thoughts, oh, yeah, I would love to be Prince Nana right now, fucking that hot, sweet piece of ash, like Adam Cole banging Mia Yim back in the day, but it is what it is. But I kept my feelings to myself, because I don't do that shit when I go to a house show, like a Ring of Honor show, or I go to an indie show, and they have women's wrestling there. I mean, some of these ladies are in their 20s and 30s. I've seen a lot of women's wrestlers come down the pipe from my days of watching. I saw Su Yung in action, with her face paint. What else have I seen? Julia Hart before she became evil. I saw, who else? Angelina Love, Maria Kanellis back in Ring of Honor and on the indie circuit. Who else? Mia Yim, Velvet Sky, Mandy Leon, Deonna Purrazzo. I mean, the list can go on. Scarlett Bordeaux, people like that. I would either meet them or I would see them at the show, but I never blurted out like something like, "Hey, Scarlett Bordeaux, come ride my dick," something like that. I think that's disrespectful to the women, and it just makes you look like a fucking dumbass in front of a bunch of people, mostly guys, and their kids there. And then, you're there with your kid, you're saying that shit. And you're a married man, or, you're an uncle to the kid, or a friend to the kid, or whatever it may be. You're taking your son and daughter who could be underage, 5, 10 years old, and you're saying that shit. I'm like, what are you talking about, Daddy? Don't you got mommy to do that? It's retarded. Why would you bring your son or daughter to a house show, or a Dynamite, or Collision, Rampage, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, whatever it may be, and you're gonna act like an immature 20-year-old dumb fuck, screaming out, sexually charge things to a female wrestler because they come out and they're showing their, you know, they have their cleavage popping out. They might have their thong hanging out like Lita back in the day, or I mean, even Skye Blue. They said that Skye Blue had a thong coming out of her gear or something like that. Like, so what? I mean, so what? They're dressed like that. They want to dress like that. Let them do that. That's why they call it eye candy. To get a little reaction from the crowd. They know they they get the guys go, woo! You look nice. But then you got the perverts that drink too much beer. It's like, hey, what do and then you see Skye Blue bending over, and then a guy's like, in the front row, they want to maybe jump over and try to do something, try to violate Skye Blue, something like that. They done that to Dawn Marie back in the day at ECW shows. I've seen it, and it's disgusting. Like, I can only imagine what they're saying. I was like, I want to tear your clothes off and fucking hook you in the ass. Something like that, And these women are hearing it, like, you guys are perverts. And so, I mean, Paige has gotten it. Mercedes Moné, I know she's gotten a lot of it. Bailey, I mean, the list goes on. All the female wrestlers that come out, and all these morons sitting in the front row, they're wearing, like, nice skirts, nice blouses, their cleavage just popping out. They're trying to get the guys, dicks hard and everything. I know it's great for TV and everything, but you got kids watching, you got kids there in the arena, and they don't want to hear that shit. I mean, because they'll think they're like 12 years old, jacking off, Yeah, do that at home, but don't do it at the arena, and don't have your 12-year-old kid go up to Mercedes Moné and say, Mercedes, can I touch your boob? I mean, that's wrong. That's a bad freaking image to teach your kids. But, glad that Aubrey Edwards, called for security, got this guy out of here. Because he's a fucking idiot. He is a fucking idiot. And there's a lot of creeps in, in the wrestling community and everything that go to these shows and do all that shit. I don't do that. I never have. I never will. I respect the women. As much as I say on my videos, like, oh, Asuka, Kairi, and Io are my 3 hot Asian wives. I go to bed with them every night. That's satire. That's comedy. That's like, I'm not going to go tell them that. If I ever meet them, I'll just respectfully bow. I just say, I love you, man. I'm like, I love you. You're great, I'm not going to say, oh, I want to, I'm not going to violate them and, like try to rape them and shit. I'm not going to do that shit if I meet them at a meet and greet. I met Paige's mom back in the day. I shook her hand, took a picture. I said, I love your daughter's movie. I love your daughter. My girlfriend adores Paige. She does. I mean, it's religiously, but I mean, I don't say I want to fuck your daughter. Even when I met Ozzy and Sharon, at Ozzy, one of Ozzy's record store signings, I jokingly said to Sharon, like, please, man, let me marry your daughter. That was a joke. I would love to marry Kelly back in the day when she was single. But it would look weird because I'm the adopted Osborne. But then again, maybe not. But yeah. But meeting all these women wrestlers, they look great, I'm always respectful to the ladies. I know I can come off as a pervert, when I'm talking about Asuka, Kairi, Io, Mercedes Moné, Velvet Sky, whoever it may be. When I'm watching the program, I'm talking to myself like, oh, I wish I was in that fucking ring right now. Have her sit on me and beat me down and shit like that. Or if I'm, one of those segments where they're flirting with a guy, they're kissing the guy or whatever it may be, if they're, whatever it may be. It's like, it should have been me type of thing. You can always fantasize. Yeah, that's great to fantasize and jerk off, away from the arena and all that shit. But going to the arena and doing that type of shit with that schmuck did, that's just shows you how dumb these fucking marks are in the business. That's stupid. But like I said, I don't go to wrestling shows, and if I want to meet like Taya Valkyrie, I met Taya Valkyrie. I shook her hand. I said hello. I said how's John Hennigan doing? Johnny TV. It's like how's John doing? That's it. Took the picture. That's it. Gave me a hug. That's it. The most I get is a hug. Well, unless you're like certain female wrestlers, they give you more than a hug, but not like that. I mean, hug, but Victoria freaking almost choked me out, but she was doing it, sarcastically, Put my arm around her, took a picture. Then we took another one. She's like going like this to me. I'm like, making one of my funny faces because I thought it was funny. And I respect Victoria. I mean, I told her about my freaking bouts with suicide and depression. She's like, you're not alone. Give me a big, humongous hug. I almost cried. I didn't want to cry in front of like a lot of people at the indie show, but it cheered me up. It made me realize that there are, even wrestlers, they know what you're going through because they've had it happen to them too. But, it is what it is. I mean, meeting Maria Kanellis, not once, but twice. As much as we know, like I said, you see all these women wrestlers for the first, up close, you're like, oh man, I want to bang her, Nah, you be respectful. You don't be a creep. Just go up to them. You go to them at a meet and greet. You shake their hand. You take the picture. Don't run your hands up and down their back and try to grab their ass or their boob or anything. Don't be stupid. Just be respectful, and that's it. That's all that matters. If you're a wrestling fan and you love all these women, treat them, you can say what you want in front of a camera, but don't say it in front of them because it'll look weird and you look like a fucking pervert. They'll probably call security, You might think, as much as I love Kyrie, Io, and Asuka and everything, I'm not going to say, I want to fuck all three of you, But it is what it is. Now, in the report, it's also noted that AEW saw Saraya, Paige, also complained about creeps being in the front row doing Dynamite. We kind of saw that. She was like talking to some fans saying, you guys are creeps. She singled out, among those names she singled out was indeed the man who was thrown out at Rogers Place. Well, the same arena. It's been said that the man was being accompanied by a child. Oh, you even made it worse. Making it even worse if what's being reported is actually accurate, which I don't, like I said, he might have been. I think he was he had a little bit too much woohoo, but it is what it is. Also mentioned that AEW officials heaped praise on both Skye Blue and Rachel Ellering for ensuring the distraction didn't get in the way of their match for an extended period of time. So they're like, get this guy out of here! I got a match to win here, You don't want to take away from the match. Now, when you have these stupid marks go after the guys, they say, hey, Daniels, you suck! And then the wrestlers are heckle back, I suck, well, I'm the champ, bitch! Then they get, all the people around them like, oh, you got old! Some fans are really stupid at what they do and how they heckle these fans, these wrestlers. It could get so out of hand that the wrestlers try to start, they go at it, and then next thing you know, they might start a fight. They don't want to cross that line. The fans try to goad them in to cross the line, so they have a big lawsuit and shit, and it gets annoying in court. But with the women, I know they dress provocatively. They show their boobies. They show their ass. They're trying to get the eye candy. They're trying to get the attention. I know. I understand that. But, it's all for show. It's not like, just don't be stupid. Don't be stupid, But these fans are fucking stupid. They're fucking creeps. They're perverts. When they go to the house shows and they go to the televised events or whatever they do, they sit ringside, and then you have some hot chick like Skye Blue show her thong and show her ass cheeks and everything. And then these guys are like, I want to smack your ass, I'm like, really, dude? And then you have all these guys around, all these other fans around you, like, oh, dude, no, no. And then they're still doing it, and you tell them to shut the fuck up. Their kids around here. You want to treat? It's like, is that your kid? Is that how you want to raise your kid to be a fucking pervert? And I know the women probably would say the same thing to all the male wrestlers. It's like, let me suck your cock. You look so hot, Randy Orton. You have great thighs. Stuff like that. You know how Issa always like on her watch along, she gets, she sees Randy Orton, is like, oh my god, his thighs, But she's just being weird sometimes, but no offense, but when she does her show, she melts when she sees Roman. She has an orgasm in her pants, flash flood warnings in Puerto Rico or whatever it is. She's just she's like, that man can melt my vagina. He can give me 35 kids. I'm pregnant. Stuff like that. Would she melt when she sees Roman? Yeah, she met Roman a lot of times. But did she just like try to jump his bone and try to fuck him and everything? Not that she probably, she would take him to somewhere and bang him, but I know the women want to bang like Adam Cole, baby. They want to bang Randy Orton, and they want to bang pretty much almost everybody that's anybody in wrestling these days. But some women are creeps too. Some women are creeps. So don't blame it on us guys. You women, you could be creeps too. You could be creeps there too. But really, these guys out there, these marks, and I'm using the term loosely. You guys are fucking marks. You're fucking creeps. You're fucking perverts, and you deserve to be kicked out of the fucking shows. Treat women with respect, or don't go to the fucking show. Okay? If you want to say what you say to those women, say it in the privacy of your own bedroom or your own couch or whatever you may be watching it from. Don't do it at a fucking house show in front of kids. Because they're going to grow up and probably do the same thing. It's like, where did you learn that from? Oh, yeah, I learned it from my dad did it back in the day to Skye Blue, so I'm going to do it to Tiffany Stratton, whatever it may be. People are retards when they go to house shows. I mean, yeah, you can say, you, Tiffany Stratton, you suck. And then Tiffany comes back out, oh, you suck my ass, That's a little bit extreme there, but, I mean. Daddy, you say suck! You tell him he sucks. Well, he told me to suck my dick. Well, he probably has a small one there, you sunshine. Yeah, probably. But I mean, it's retarded. Reading all this stuff, it is fucking retarded. But Chelsea Green came to Skye Blue's side. Pretty much every female wrestler, Ivelisse and even Nia Jax. All the female wrestlers came to Skye Blue's side, took her side, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them because I know all the women that come out, they get, they come out, they're showing their boobies and their butt, they have a thong coming out and everything. And these guys are like, I wanna fuck you in the ass, stuff like that. I mean, first of all, lay off the beer and keep your thoughts to your fucking self and don't act like an immature prick. Because this is what happens. this type of shit happens. Or you say the wrong thing, and the women just look at you like, what the fuck, man? I mean, it is what it is, but I never done that at a house show. I mean, I did get a dirty look from what's her name? I think it was Vel what's her goddamn name? The chick that was in Ring of Honor. Now she's in GCW. Uh I can't think of a name off the top of my head. Something with a V in it. I can't, not Viva Van or anything like that. Not Velvet Sky. Damn it, now I can't even think of her goddamn name. Excuse me. But yeah, I can't think of a name, but she kind of gave me a dirty look because I went talking. As I think like one time they were talking about AEW doing, not AEW, sorry, Ring of Honor doing like a swimsuit, some type of thing with the women, and then some guy blurted out, "Oh, they're gonna be in swimsuits. They're gonna be naked," and then and then I think her name was Velma, or I know it was a V. I can't think of her goddamn name. Uh, she was in Ring of Honor for a while. It's on the tip of my tongue and I can't think of it. But anyway, she kind of looked at me, told her I said it. I go, I didn't say anything. Like, I didn't say anything. Like, what are you looking at me for? I didn't say anything. But I mean, that was it. Like, I never like, you know, I would see like Angelina Love and Velvet Sky, or Mandy Leone, who lives in Brooklyn, by the way. Uh, as much as Mandy Leone looks great, you know, I met Mandy. I just took a picture with her. I asked her nicely if I could take a pic. She said, yeah. That's it. I met Deanna Purrazzo, asked for her picture. That's it. Didn't say one nasty thing about any female wrestler that I ever met in my entire life, and I never will for as long as I go see wrestling shows. I mean, if I ever meet Oscar, Kyrie, or Io, I'm just gonna shake their hand, bow, because that's what you do in Japan. Even if I met Mina Shirakawa, oh, as much as I would love to, you know what? But I would shake her hand and bow, take the picture, ta-da! And that's it. And whatever she does to me, that's on her own business. She wants to throw herself at me, I'm like, what am I gonna do? If we could stand there and like it. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Freaking Mina Shirakawa can freaking jump on me, and I wouldn't give two shits. I'm like, I think that would be a little bit over the line, but I'm like, I don't give a shit. And then everybody's like, oh, dude. I'm like, sucks to be me, I get. No, doesn't suck to be me. It sucks to be you guys because you're not going to top that. But I'm like, hey, if they throw themselves at me for a picture, who am I to say no? But I'm not going to cross the line and freaking go up to them at a hat show and I throw myself at them. I don't want to kiss your tits, It is what it is. It's the same thing when I meet Maria Brink, or when I met Ash Costello. Oh, by the way, but it is what it is. When I met Maria, I never, said any one bad thing about her. Even when she dressed provocatively back in the early days when she was wearing the baby doll outfits, and all the guys wanted her and everything. Like when she would go out into the circle pits. You have all these perverts, going around. One guy, one guy will be too fucked up and try to grab Maria, and God forbid do something really, really nasty. That's why she has security guards next to her. Or she has the band next to her, because the band's going to stop him, beat the fuck out of them, and the fans around them will beat that fucking fan up, probably kill the guy. It is what it is. I mean, I went to a show when Maria was during the circle pit when they first started that going to into the crowd singing "Daddy's Fallen Angel" and they had the circle pit around. I was there. I was actually next to her doing it. She started the pit. She grabbed me. I stood there with the security guard right near me because I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to stand there and I started rocking the house, singing and everything. I loved it. But was I going to stop and like freaking grab Maria like, do some nasty stuff? No. No. I respect Maria too much to do that type of shit. Even though I have the thoughts in my mind that I want to kiss Maria on the lips and I want to do bad things, blah blah blah. I'm not gonna act out on it. I'm not gonna go to a show and then they're talking and next thing you hear you say, you have some guy maybe he's had too much to drink or you're just being a dumbass. Maria, show your tits. I'm like, dude. I was just like, if the guy's next to me, I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. He starts a fight with me, I'll knock him out. But I'm not gonna start a fight at a In This Moment show. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. And everybody would tell the guy, shut the fuck up. And Maria would probably annihilate him on the mic. I'm like, oh, really? You came here to see my boobs? You're not gonna see them. I'm a classy lady. Fuck that. I remember one show, I think it was, I forgot what show it was. I think it was the show that I was on stage for, by the way, 2 million hits. Be jealous. She's doing, Into the Light, probably one of my favorite sad songs. Makes me cry. Every time they play it live, they haven't done it lately, but I think it was that one or Remember. I don't remember. Actually, not the song. Well, the song Remember. She pauses for a minute, and then you hear some guy go, "I love your stockings." I'm like, dude, shut up. I hate people that do that shit. They act immature. I'm like, yeah, she might have nice stockings on, she might have some nice dress, but don't blurt it out during a fucking song, during a point when she stopped. She stopped for a reason to pause and let the audience go, yay! They think the song's over, and they're like, song's not over yet. And then you hear some guy go, Maria, show your tits. I'm like, and then Maria gets all mad. He has to stop the song midway and yell at the fan because he's a dick. And then all the other fans are like looking at the guy and they're yelling, kick him out! And then sometimes security does their job and kicks the guy out. And then we call him asshole! The same thing in music. It's the same thing that happens in music. It's the same thing that happens in wrestling. And it's good that Skye Blue and Aubrey Edwards kicked this motherfucker out. Because he was lucky he was with a kid. And really, this guy, you are a big time fuckhead. Teaching your son or daughter that type of language. I'm like, what is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you, sir? Saying that type of language to a female wrestler, and God forbid the kid was a female. You're gonna teach your daughter. It's like, oh, look at her development. Her boobs are so developed in this shit. I'm like, Daddy, I want to watch wrestling. Don't tell me about that. Like, what the fuck, man? You're gonna teach your 10, 12-year-old kid about how a woman is developed? I mean, come on, at a wrestling show. And then you yell at them, like, why are you showing your dog? That's nasty. Well, what are we supposed to wear? We're gonna wear a dress? What, in Saudi Arabia, we're gonna wear, we can't show skin? I'm gonna be started with Saudi Arabia. I think that's fucking wrong. Let the women show their skin. I don't care if they're Arab or whatever they are. Just let them show a little skin. Stop with this bullshit that they can't show their face. They gotta wear the garb or whatever it's called, the hijab. I think it's called the hijab. I don't even know what it's called. I think that's wrong because but that's Arab tradition. I'm not gonna get into that, so I'm not gonna get racial or any political or whatever it is. I just think it's wrong, but that's just the way that the Muslim tradition is, and Arab tradition is. I'm not gonna get into that. I think it's dumb, but it's just the way it is. They want to do that, let them do that. Gonna look really weird at your wedding. I'm gonna marry my friend, and I don't see her face. She's covered by a garb. That's retarded. Well, that's the tradition. It is what it is. But yeah, bringing your kids to a house show. I mean, it's fun. It's great. But then if you're gonna act like that, this motherfucker did, saying whatever. I don't even know what he said. I don't want to know what he said. So Skye Blue, probably made fun. It's like, why are you showing too much of your ass? Why are you showing your dong? You're showing your crack. I mean, shut the fuck up. Sit down and shut up. Enjoy the show. Or get the fuck out, you creep. It is what it is. And like I said before, if you can't be respectful to the women, the women's wrestlers, whether you meet them at a meet and greet, or you go to the show, you're sitting ringside, or at least maybe in the first couple rows, be respectful, and, say, woo, you look good. Like, Lola Vice comes out shaking her ass, you're like, woo! And God forbid she stands at ringside, just enjoy the fucking match. And don't get distracted by Lola shaking her ass. I would, but I'm like, yeah, shake it, baby, shake it, yeah. Come on. That's it. Don't be a dick. I'm like, yeah, come shake it on my dick. I think that's stupid. Let's go, yeah, Lola, yeah. And you go, woo, yeah, laugh a little bit, but don't go over the line. It's like, yeah, why don't you come give me a lap dance? Like, people will just look at you like, oh, you're a fucking dick. You're a creep. Get the fuck out of here. And then there's stories on Twitter. It's like, oh, the guy actually went on Twitter. I don't know his Twitter handle. And he's talking about it. And he's getting roasted on Twitter. And people calling him a dick. I'm like, you deserve it because you are a dick. Why would you do that in front of your kid? Why would you do that in front of your fucking kid? Makes no fucking sense to me. That's why I hate these wrestling fans. When I go to a show and I see this, I want to just punch these people out. Or just really yell at them. I'm not going to start a fight. Because I go to a show to enjoy myself. And if there's women's wrestling, I'm going to have fun watching them kick some ass. Whoever it may be. It might be a local indie darling. Or it's like Julia Hart. It could be, well, I'm not going to, I was going to say Nyla Rose, but then I get a lot of heat for that, but I don't give a shit. I don't care if it's Deonna Purrazzo, Maria Kanellis Bennett, Angela Love, Victoria, Gail Kim, Brooke Tessmacher. I don't care. Oh, excuse me. I'll get it out. I don't care who the fuck it is. I'm going to enjoy the match. Whether it be Angelica Risk, going outside the ring, she's beating somebody up, and I'm near the guardrail. She beating her up, and then next thing you know, she's fucking twerking right next to me. I'm like, what am I gonna do? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm like, yeah, shake it, baby, yeah. I'm not gonna be a pervert and say, yeah, shake it on my dick, that there's these guys at these house shows I go to. You know, yeah, they heckle these wrestlers to the point, you know, that they look like they're gonna get their asses kicked. There might be a full scale riot with some of these the male wrestlers. I don't. The female wrestlers probably maybe the same thing. I don't know. I think it's just wrong and it's stupid. I mean, yeah, save the drinking for, you know, later. You know, have one drink, fine. You have two. You have two. Then I'm like, okay, you know, might want to put a cap on it. But they have like 3, 4, 5. You bring like a whole case of beer, and you're drinking the entire case of beer. You're giving it out to your friends, and they're getting drunk. They're doing the same fucking shit that you're doing. All you perverts. But I've never done that in my entire life, going to house shows. When I see women's wrestling or I meet a legend like Gil Kim, I met Melina. I love Melina to death. I love Melina. I told her that she should be in the Hall of Fame. I've been writing petitions to get her in the Hall of Fame. She go, oh, I love you. You know, gave me a big hug and a smoochie on the cheek. Was I gonna grab her and like, you know, give her a humongous kiss? No, I'm not gonna be a dick in front of a whole bunch of people and then, you know, get arrested for something like, I don't, like sexual assault or some stuff like that. I'm not gonna do that shit. She gave me a nice hug and a kiss on the cheek. Took a picture. And that's it. And then she shook my hand. I left. Same thing. Charlie Caruso. As much as I love, Charlie or not, whatever, you know, that's her real name. Charlie Caruso. I love Charlie Caruso. I met her at a house show. I said, you're one of my favorite interviewers of all time. She thanked me, shook my hand, took the picture. That's it. Said goodbye. Done. You know, I met Taya Valkyrie, said hello, took the picture, asked about John Hennigan, her husband. That's it. Miranda Alizé. I love Miranda. I love her to death. But, you know, I took a picture with her mask on. You didn't have to put the mask on, but, you know. I took the picture. That's it. Asked her about, you know, her, you know, when she was in Ring of Honor. Not so much now. She's pretty much not doing much on the indie scene. I mean, I talked to, like, women like Tasha Steelz. I talked to Shotzi Blackheart, for you people that don't know her name. I talked to Shotzi in a random show at a couple shows she was at. You know, asked her like when she's gonna appear at the, you know, not Stardom, but you know, Shimmer, Shine, whatever, TNA, whatever it may be. Like, when are you gonna be coming back to New York? You know, I was like, I don't know. But I'm always respectful to the ladies if I meet them or if I see them in the ring. I don't act like a pervert. You know, hey, if they want to twerk in the ring, let them twerk in the ring. I'm going to go like, yeah, do it, yeah. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm like, oh, that's great. That's great. You know, I might say to my friend next to me, like, oh, I wish I was in that ring twerking with her. Shit. I'm not going to blurt it out loud. Keep my thoughts to myself, or just like, you know, it's like, man, I wish I was in that ring, you know. Might come out perverted, you know. You say that to your friend, they're like, oh, dude, easy, you know. But these fans that do this shit, especially this motherfucker, and if this goes out to that, and if this gets seen by that motherfucker, sir, you are a fucking piece of shit. You are a bad father, and you should be banned from Rogers Place. Banned from all AEW events in Canada, in Edmonton. Or if you ever go to another fucking show in Canada or in the States, per AEW, and I think if he goes to a WWE show or even a TNA show, they should have his picture shown and get him out. Fuck him. Fuck you, sir. You are a bad role model for your son or your daughter, And basically, you're lucky to be you got out alive, because those fans would have kicked the living shit out of you. And I wouldn't be surprised if Aubrey Edwards would have knocked this motherfucker out. Or the security guards there. And, those security guards there, the bald-headed guy, and they got a couple other guys, they would have knocked that guy out. But, get him out of there, let him go home, ban him from the building. They probably had too much to drink. And that's a no-no. If you bring your kids there, don't fucking drink 6,000 fucking beers. Drink some fucking Pepsi, motherfucker. Or some soda, some juice, water. Maybe have one beer. One. But don't blurt out, I wanna fuck you, in front of your fucking kid. I don't know how old the kid was. But it doesn't matter what age the kid is, unless it's like above the age of 18. It's still wrong. You're there with your kid. Have fun. Don't be a fucking idiot. But this guy's lucky that all the fans around him didn't kick his ass. And I feel bad for the kid. I feel bad for the kid, looking at her dad and looking at his or her dad and saying, "What are you talking about?" God forbid this kid grows up, goes to an AEW Ring of Honor show in the future when, I don't know, like I said, I don't know how old the kid was, but 10, 15 years, he goes to a show. If Skye Blue's on the show, another hot-ass female chick, excuse me, a hot fucking female chick is there, and he or she does the same thing to that woman or guy, you're gonna feel really stupid. But I stand with Skye Blue, and I stand with all the female wrestlers that have to put up with this fucking bullshit from these fucking perverts at these shows. And it is what it is. And if you want to call me a pervert, well, thank you very much. Because I only say what I want to say behind the camera. Right here. I'm never going to, in my life, am I going to disrespect any female wrestler that I meet, I do at a meet and greet or at a house show. As much as I hate people, some female wrestlers I do not like Charlotte Flair, I'm not going to say, "Hey, Charlotte, I think, you look like a horse." I'm not going to say that in front of them because I don't want to get my ass handed to me. I'm going to say, "Charlotte, thank you for what you do in the business. Your father is a legend." That's it. Shake her hand, take a picture, goodbye. That's it. If I meet Asuka, Kairi, Io, I'm going to say, "I love you." I'm just going to say, "I love you," bow, take the picture, leave. If I meet Mercedes, I'm going to say, you look amazing. Say thank you for what you do in the business. That's it. I'm not going to say, I'm not going to act like a schmuck and say the wrong thing. Because there's these people that meet these women at the meet and greet, and they say the wrong thing, and oh boy, it's bad. It's just bad. I mean, we've seen videos of it. They're asking very stupid questions like, "Why did you leave WWE?" And it's been like 3 years, after they left WWE. "Why didn't you leave?" And then Mercedes like, "Why would you ask me that? Why would you ask me that?" I was like, "Yeah, it's an honest question, but still, the way that the way that Naomi and Sasha were treated, I wouldn't ask that question. I would just ask a simple question. How's your husband? Or something, happened, if something happened, they got married, like say, let's just hypothetically say Sasha and somebody in WWE or AEW got married, and I see them at a house, I see Sasha at a house show, Mercedes at a house show. I go up to Mercedes and say, "Congratulations on your marriage." I said the same thing to Killer Cross and Scarlett when they got married. I met them at WrestlePro, and I went up to Scarlett. I went up to Killer Cross, shook Killer Cross's hand. I said, "Congratulations on your marriage." They said, "Thank you." That's it. I talked to Scarlett. I said, "I saw you at another show back in the day. What, in this moment church?" She probably didn't remember anyway. I said, I guess, I said, "I saw you at a house show. You complimented me on my In This Moment shirt, so I threw another one on." She said, "Oh, that shirt looks good too." Blah, 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 blah. And it's the same by the way, the same show that Colt Cabana was on, and my hate for Colt Cabana, the man who, what I used to say. But I went up to him and said, "You know what? I take back everything I ever said about you." He's like, "Okay, thank you, bye, goodbye." I was respectful to Colt Cabana. I'm not gonna act like a dick and say what I say on here. And if they hear it and they say, "Hey," then they get a little pissy, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm sorry. It's just how I feel." Like, I don't hate you. I respect for what you do in the business, but there's some things I just don't like. It's just my opinion. I don't hate you. If I met Roman, God forbid that day I meet the tribal chief. I freaking shake his hand. I say, "I acknowledge you, my tribal chief," and that's it. But if he say, "Oh, aren't you the guy that said some bad things about me in 2016, 2018, whatever year it was?" I say, "Yeah, I said that because I didn't like the way your character is being portrayed. You're basically getting pushed down our throats." I was like, "Fucking, kill this guy!" I was like, I didn't want him to kill the guy, Joseph Hanoi. I didn't want to kill him. I don't want him to get killed or anything. And then I'm like, oh, now I get more heat. But if Roman said that to me, I would say, "Hey, yeah, I said it was just my opinion. I'm sorry. I said I apologized when you came out with your leukemia. I had a different feeling about you. That you're a fucking man. You're a man. I took you I took your character for granted, but I might hate your character on TV, but you're a fucking man." And pretty much ever since he came out with leukemia, I've been a fan of Roman Reigns. And not because of Issa or anything like that. So you think that, you're a fucking moron. It is what it is. I like Roman, the man. His tribal chief gimmick is great. His 1316-day reign would never be duplicated ever by anybody in the WWE right now, or anybody in general. Well, in general, probably. I don't think anybody in a respected promotion will probably ever get to Roman's level or his reign, especially in WWE. Nobody's gonna get there. And when Roman comes back, everybody hated Roman. Everybody hated Roman. Why can't Roman lose? This is taking too long. He never defends the belt. Bitching and complaining about Roman. And when Roman finally lost the belt, it was like, yay! Now what's happening? Oh, that's right. When Cody has the belt for over a month now. What's happened? Oh, what are we hearing? Thank you, Roman. We want Roman. Oh, you hate him now? You hate him, right? Oh, but now you respect him. Too late. Where was that 3 years ago? Where was that shit 3 years ago? Don't come out 3 years later. I respect Roman. When you were bitching and complaining of his title reign. He never defends the belt. He's never on the show. Oh, but now, yeah, I want Roman. Roman's great. Hypocrite. I might be a hypocrite saying that, saying some stuff about that. I was like, oh, I hate this guy's reign. Yeah, I hate it. That's my opinion. I hate your reign. I hate your reign as champ. I wish you were never champ, Cody. Cena. I hate Cena. As much as I hate Cena, I have a disdain for Cena. I hate him. Except for when he was, Thugonomics Cena. That was great. I liked that gimmick. But when he turned to PG era Cena, goodbye. I don't like you. You're getting pushed down our throats every fucking week. You're getting title shots you don't deserve. You tied Ric Flair's record. That should have never been tied or broken. But Charlotte's gonna break that. But it's a woman, so I don't even think that counts. Randy's got number, I think it's 14. I wish Randy would be the one to break it, or Hunter. Hunter's got 15, but he's retired, so because of his heart thing. I don't think he's got one more match left in him anyway. The only active person that could probably beat Ric Flair's record now would be Randy, but Randy's got back problems and he's getting up there in age. So I don't know if he has 1, 2, maybe 3 more title reigns left in him. And as far as I know, I think Randy's got I know Randy's got 14. I don't think anybody in WWE is even close to like 10. I mean, Edge is I think 9, 10-time champ. I lost count on Edge, but I mean, Edge is like 50. He's not gonna break Ric Flair's record. I would have loved for Taker to finish it, but Roman's been champ like multiple times. But he's getting older, so I don't think he would even. As much as we know, he's gonna get the belt back eventually, maybe for like maybe 1, maybe 2 more reigns. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, I talked way more than enough. But I just wanted to, I went off on a little tangent with the guys, like Roman, everything. Yeah, if I meet Roman, if it's like, hey, aren't you the guy that wished death on me back in like 2018? It's like that was, that was just an opinion. I didn't like really want you to die, like real life die. I just wanted your character to die. Well, people thought I was like wishing death on the guy. I never wished death on a wrestler. But people just take what I say and spin their own narrative. That's what they do because they're idiots. But yeah. But if I met Roman, it'd be epic. I would shake his hand. I would acknowledge him. And that's it. Take the picture. I'll throw my one up. And then that's it. Leave. Goodbye. But that's really my rant. Let me know your guys' thoughts about this whole Skye Blue incident down below in the comments section. And that's pretty much it. So I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to sleep. Because I got to work in the morning. I'm pre-recording this as I always am. But I got work later on tomorrow. And that's it. So that fan who did that shit and said what he said to Skye Blue, I got 2 words for you, motherfucker. Fuck. Well, I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. You should be banned from ever attending an AEW show for as long as you live. I feel bad for the kid, too. Because God forbid that kid wants to go to another show, you go with somebody else. Don't go with your dad. Go with your mom. Go with your uncle, your grandpa. Your friend's dad. As long as they don't act like a schmuck like your dad did. I felt bad for the kid because, the kid's watching Ring of Honor, and then, they had to get kicked out middle of the show. And now they're like, I don't know what happened after that. And I wonder what the wife what that guy's wife feels right now. Like, you stupid dummy! Probably should divorce that guy. Fuck that. Saying that shit in front of your kid. What kind of father are you, sir? Fuck you. That's all I gotta say about that. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. Be respectful to the women. And if not, go fuck yourselves. That's all I gotta say about that. To all the female wrestlers, I love you all. I respect you all. My opinions on my show are those of Peter Gilmore and Peter Joseph. So whatever I say to Asuka, Io, Kairi, and any other women, it's my opinion and mine only on YouTube and should not be taken in another way. And that's all I gotta say about that. That's your PSA for the night. So take that with a grain of salt, because I'll never say it in real life to any of those female wrestlers. So, if you can't be respectful to a female wrestler or a male wrestler, if you're a female, if you can't be respectful to a male wrestler, then you should not be a fan. You should not go to a house show. You should not go to a wrestling show or a sporting event at all. If you can't act your age, then don't go to any sporting event for the rest of your fucking life. If you're gonna act like that. I know there's hecklers. I know there's other idiots that are in the community, in the wrestling community especially. There are a lot of idiots that heckle, and it gets a little bit out of hand, and they deserve to get their butts handed to them. But this one takes the cake. This one really does. Fucking fans disrespecting the female wrestlers. Because, they want to get their rocks off. They want, they're like, oh, I'm so hard for you, I'm like, come on, really? Keep your fucking perverted thoughts to yourself and not say it out loud at a fucking house show or a televised event. Keep it to yourself. Keep your dick in your pants. And that's all I gotta say. Rant over. Goodbye.